So for over a century, women have been leading the way to make Colorado the incredible state that it is. And with me to talk about how Mile High United Way's history is a part of Colorado women's history, we have Chelsea Carver from Mile High United Way. Hi, Chelsea.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. Good to see you. Today we look back in time, okay? Denver is a big part of the United Way's story, isn't it? Tell us about that.
It is, and this is maybe one of the best things. I've worked there for almost 20 years now. So we were founded in 1887,
Oh my God.
and it sounds like a bad joke, but it was a priest, a rabbi, 2 ministers, and a woman.
No way.
Who came together and said,
walked into a bar. No,
yeah,
yeah.
when they walk into a bar. But they came together and they said, you know, as congregations, as these faith communities, we're doing great things, but there are bigger issues that we could solve if we were united, if we were together. And so thinking about, you know, how do you get little ones ready for school? How do you make sure people are graduating and entering whatever career that might be? And then at the end of the day, how do you make sure that families are self-sufficient?
Yes.
And so what we started with in 1887 is where we are now, and I think that's just one of the coolest things.
That is cool, and I bet, is that why it's called United Way? They wanted to be united?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That's a great story. Okay, March, everybody, is Women's History Month. Woohoo! And your history ties into that, is that right?
Yes. So that woman, as part of the founders, Frances Weisbart Jacobs, was also the founder of National Jewish. She was also the founder of the very first free kindergarten in America.
No way. Oh, this is she right here.
Yeah, this is her.
Wow.
And she is actually the only woman, if you go to the state capitol, in the rotunda there, she's the only woman with her portrait in the stained glass of the rotunda.
Really?
She's known as the Mother of Charities. But what is so cool about that, I have a 10-year-old daughter named Scarlett.
Hi, Scarlett.
Hi, Scarlett. But when you think about it, in 1887, right, like Frances had far fewer rights than you or I.
Yeah, she could vote, she can do any of that, right.
No credit, no nothing. And yet she stepped forward with those male counterparts to say, there's something wrong and we can fix it together.
Wow.
And when I think about that for Women's History Month, like there is nothing cooler that I want to tell Scarlett or any little girl than you don't have to wait for an invitation. Step forward and make a difference.
Amen. Get a chair at the table if you're not invited. I love that. Way to go, Frances, first off. I didn't know that.
Franny.
Way to go, Franny. Okay, let's talk about the small goals you have the organization has. What's a day like, and how do you bring your legacy into everything you guys are doing?
Yeah. So I have a privilege of overseeing all of our programmatic work, so everything we're doing in the community. So on any given day, I might walk downstairs and see a mom dropping her child off at our early childhood education center.
Oh, wow.
I might see volunteers doing tax preparation for low-income families, or I might sit in a room with volunteers like you or me who just want to give back. And so when you think about that legacy of stepping up to the plate and saying, I'm here, I'm ready to do it, I love that United Way lives and breathes its mission day in and day out.
And it's what's so interesting to me is how there's so many different ways you guys are. It's not like one thing. You're helping in so many different ways. Fabulous.
Absolutely.
Fabulous. Okay, what was the thing that led Frances to do the work that she did, knowing she didn't really have a seat at the table?
Totally. Well, if you think about it, 1887, right? We're a pioneer town.
Yeah.
If you made your way on a covered wagon.
I was going to say the old wagon.
On the wagon here.
Yeah, right.
Like, there's nobody here, like, offering you, like, here's a really easy way to get this done.
That's true.
And I think Colorado and Denver in particular still embody that spirit of, like, you got to roll up your sleeves, you got to get stuff done. And at the end of the day, I think still we are one of the few places where we take care of our own, regardless. That is something like I think is really proud for all Coloradans to say, like, from the get-go, we have been someone that takes care, or some place that takes care of their own.
Yeah, you can see that in the state. When
Absolutely.
I moved here, I was like, oh, that's a different feeling.
It totally is.
Yeah. All right. So how can people get involved? We want our viewers to get involved. If you've been wanting to lead a more like value-aligned life, this is a really good step for you. You know what I'm saying? What's a good way to get started?
Oh my gosh, we have so many things. So upcoming, if you want to go to our website, there are volunteer opportunities all the time. April is National Volunteer Week, so we will literally have everything from planting trees to painting to the whole 9 yards.
Oh, wow.
But in April, we also have our Women United Luncheon. We'll be welcoming Mary Steenburgen, who is incredible.
I love her.
I love her too.
She's a great actress.
She's fabulous. We'll have 1,200 people in the room celebrating what it means to live united as women, as allies. But what I think is maybe the best part and the thing I'm most excited for, in May, all of this work leads up to a volunteer event called The Village.
The Village, okay.
It's aligned with Mother's Day. But if you think about that saying, right, it takes a village
yes.
to raise a child.
Which it does.
We're throwing basically a community baby shower. So there are moms, dads, families who don't have what it needs to get their kids out on that right foot. And so people can run diaper drives. We're going to collect car seats, pack and plays, the whole thing. But the best part is families turn in their wish list to us, and we make sure to deliver. So it's not just like, hey, here's some diapers, take them.
Right.
It's exactly what they need to make their family whole and what they need.
Wow, you curate for them.
Absolutely.
That gives so much dignity to those people.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. Well, bravo to you and for what you've done. And to Franny.
Get it, Franny.
Get it, Franny. That's my new catchphrase. Live United. Support the work of Mile High United Way. To learn more, to donate, or to find a volunteer opportunity, which can change your life, by the way, go to unitedwaydenver.org or just dial 211. Thank you so much, Chelsea, for all that you do.
Thank you.